Woodturners Journal. I'm Jared Toth, and today we're going to be making a bowl, but I'm going to be using the same process for the people who have seen my last video. We made this hollow form last time, this lidded box, and I think the Bloodwood is absolutely beautiful, and I end up shaving out a lot with a dado blade to make the legs. But after I did it, I still love it. I just think, man, it's so beautiful. So now I want to make a bowl along the same lines, using the same process. So I have a little bit of Bloodwood left, and it's not going to be a complicated bowl, but I think at the same time, I think it's going to be beautiful just because of the grains. And we're going to be doing it the same process. For you who have seen my last video, you kind of already know the process. But for you, for the people who haven't, basically, you know, the grains run one way, and I'm going to cut the board into two pieces, and then we're going to be turning them and gluing them and keep going and staggering the grains. That's how we got this effect on this bowl. This is out of this lidded box. This is canary wood and bloodwood. I'm only going to use the bloodwood. It's going to be all bloodwood this time. So I'll start by cutting the boards. This board's like a little under 7 3/4. So I have a stop set up just to start the guide. We'll take it across the table saw. Once I get in it, it leaves the guide, so you know it's safe. And then I'm using my push. So let's start by doing that. Now, like we did before in the last project, if you've seen it, all the grain, this was the board like this, and all the grain, this is end grain, this is side grain, and all of them are facing the same way. We're going to glue them up to give it a different pattern every other. We're going to keep on turning, if that makes sense. So you end up with the end grain, side grain, end grain, side grain, end grained. So these boards aren't exactly straight. This is going to be a little bit tough. We're going to need a lot of pressure to get them straight, but we'll do it. So I'll glue them up right now. I also want to point out that I cut a little scrap piece that after this is glued up, I'll end up gluing on the end here, just so we have a little tenon to attach to when it's on when we're mounting it to the chuck. So without further ado, let's glue this up. All right, here we are. It's glued. It's not dry yet, but it's glued, and it's taken every single clamp that I have, and I actually had to run out and get more clamps just because there was some bend and twist to the boards, and I actually broke one of my clamps doing this, so I ran out and got a few more, and it's every single thing, but everything seems to be nice and flat now, and it should glue up nicely. So I'm going to let this glue and dry, and then sometime when I think it's secure, I'm going to end up gluing this in the middle, and when we come back that will already be done, and we'll have it up on the chuck ready to round it out. So we'll end up doing that next as it dries. All right, so here we are. It's all glued up. I have a board for a tenon on it. You can't see it from your angle, but you'll see it in a moment. It kind of slid on me during gluing. My fault. I think I just got a little antsy. I glued it too soon and I couldn't fit it in there with all the clamps going around it, and it kind of moved on me. So it's not exactly center, so we'll see how much of a tenon I get. I may have to glue a new piece on there. And then I decided, just because, you know, it's safer and I need to take away a lot of material here, that I'm going to use my back plate. I have that drilled in, and then I have my tailstock zero clearance and they're on it. And I'm just going to use my bull gouge. I'll do that next, and we're going to round this out really fast. So I'm going to change your camera angle so you get a better view of it. I just wanted to show you the back plate here and how I decided to mount this. All right, so hopefully this is a better angle for you. I'm not sure how you guys like it, but I feel like you could see better on what I'm doing, and it's easier for me. A lot of times in the past, I've had the camera over in this area and I'm trying to work around it, and it was really awkward, but this seems to be better. But if you have a complaint with it, let me know and I'll try to figure something else out. So anyways, you can see what I mean by the tenon here is not exactly center, so we'll see what we get with it after I round it out. But before I do that, I'm going to try to round the rest of this out. I'm using my 5/8 bull gouge, and I'm going to start by trying to knock these corners out. And once I get that, then I'm going to start bringing it in and just rounding it out. So let's get that going. Alright, now that I took off a lot of that material, I am going to switch to my smaller bull gouge. I think it's about I think I have a 1/2 inch here. So it's just a little bit smaller. But I don't need to take off so much, and then we'll try this on the wood. But I'm basically there, and then I'm going to start shaping it to what I want. Oh yeah, and the tenon. We'll have to deal with the tenon situation. So I'm going to take off a little bit more, do the tenon, start shaping it. Looks pretty good. Need to do the tenon now. That'll be really quick. And then back to what I said, we'll start shaping it. Just do this really fast. All right, I think I like it. I'm going to sand it down really fast, and then I'm going to turn it around, put it on the chuck, and we'll start hollowing it out. I keep going back and forth. I don't know if I want a lip here like this, or I'm going to keep it flat. I think I'm going to keep it flat, you know, just like that, and then a straight edge. You'll see what I mean. Well, maybe you won't. Maybe I'll change my mind. I do that a lot. So, but I'm not going to bore you with the sanding it down part. I'll sand it down, and then when we come back, it'll be sanded down, and it will be flipped around on the chuck. So that's what we'll do next. All right, I'm done sanding, and I flipped it around on the lathe. And before I start hollowing this thing out, I wanted to take a moment to shamelessly plug my buddy. Many people have noticed that you know, a lot of people write me all the time, and there's people that live in Las Vegas and they write me, and people have noticed that I live in Las Vegas, and that's where I do all this. So if you're ever in Las Vegas and you want a chance to run into me, or you're just looking for good food, this is where I'm going to plug my friend. I've been wearing this shirt the whole time. It says, "Dude, where's my hot dog?" And I've had this card up on my lathe the whole time. It shows what his truck looks like. And I'm not even a hot dog lover, and his hot dogs are out of this world. I think that they're great. So if you're a hot dog fan, or just looking for something that's not on the strip and something a little bit on, you know, more gourmet but simpler food, then definitely, Dude, Where's My Hot Dog? Check it out, dudewhere'smyhotdog.com. And it will tell you every day where he's located. So you happen to be here and you're going to, he does a lot of festivals, he does a lot of concerts, he does a lot of things like that, and he has a truck, but the truck will tell you, if you go to the website, it will tell you where he's going to be, and then there's a chance that you'll run into me, because I pop in on him all the time. So his name's Ashley. If you happen to run into the truck and you're in town, say hello for me. And definitely try one of his hot dogs. Thank you. Now I'll go back to, let's get back to this bowl. All right, well, next I'm going to mark out how far I could go with my lathe to hollow this out. I'm not sure if anyone remembers this project. This was one of my first videos, and basically it's just a handle drill bit with a ferrule on it, and you could basically gauge how deep you want to go with it. So I already have it to how deep this bowl is going to be, and all you do is turn on the lathe, put it in the middle, and basically ride it in really fast. It's just a real quick way of doing it. So let's mark that. All right, that should do it. And next, we're going to take a chisel to it. We're going to take the bowl gouge, and we're going to start hollowing this thing out. All right. I put several coats of OB Shine Juice on the outside, and I'll still probably polish it up and, you know, just at least wax it. Probably not polish it, I'll probably just wax it from here because it's pretty smooth as it is. But next step is to start hollowing this bowl out. So we'll get set up and do that next. So I had to move the camera here just because it's in my way, and I need to come in at a different angle to get around this edge here. I know it's not the best view, I apologize, but at the same time I need to get this done. I'm only going to show maybe a little bit of it, and because I don't know how well you could see it, so I'll show a little bit. But basically I'm going to start coming in and then scooping out, and I'm going to do that, and I'm leaving kind of a thicker bottom here. I'm not going, as you can see, I have this, I'll bring you down. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a thicker ring that I'm leaving because I want to start hollowing these sides, and I want to leave a little bit of meat here, you know, just in case of a catch or anything. I don't want it shattering or, you know, blowing up on me. So I'll do that at the end once I know that I have the edges where I want them to be, the sides here, and then I'll start working the bottom. So that's my plan. And like I said, I'm sorry about the view, but it's the only way I'm going to be able to get in there. It's kind of a tight angle here. So I hope you could see a little bit. I'll only do it for a little bit, and then when I come back, I'll be doing the bottom of the bowl. Alright, that's all I'm going to show on doing the sides, because where I have my camera and everything, I need to stand and I need to really get in here. So I can't, this is such a thick lip here that I need to get it here at a tighter angle, but I can't, the whole stand and everything's in my way. So when I come back, I'll just show you finishing off the bottom, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I did inside the best I could. I made a lip, and now it's time to start doing the bottom and then smoothing out the bottom edge over here. So I'll try my best to show you how I'm doing it. But basically, once again, I'm going to come in and do the middle first and knock out the layer that I left, and then I'm going to start blending it all together. I don't know if you could see it. I'm almost there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish it off, and then we'll come back. But the camera's still in the way, and I need to shine a light in there, and it blocks the view. So it's really hard to get in there. So I'm going to shut off the camera. I'm going to focus on getting a light in there, and then so I could see, and I'm going to finish hollowing out the bottom of this. And when we come back, I'll be done hollowing the bottom. All right, here we are. Finished the inside. I've sanded it all out, and now it's ready for some shine juice. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that. And I put like, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 coats of shine juice on this one. And in actuality, I went back after I showed you the first time, and I hit it with quadruple zero steel wool, and it kind of dulled it out, made it a satiny finish, and then I hit it with more shine juice, and it's starting to like really shine. I may put another coat. I'll probably do it right now as I do the inside, but I'm gonna put you know, a few coats inside of this, and it's good to let it dry for a little bit. I mean, it's dry to the touch as soon as you put it on, but at the same time, I think I feel like I get better coverage if I let it dry for like 15 minutes or so and then put another coat on. So That's what I'll do, but I'll show you the first coat right now. All right, that's looking really good. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put on a few more coats, another coat on the outside, and when we come back, I'll be flipping it around on the chuck, and we'll be taking off the tenon, and then we'll polish that up too with some shine juice, and then that'll be it. This project's almost done, and it's looking good. Alright, I'm using this ruler just to make sure not quite flat. I just got a little bump in the center there. I'm going to take it down a little bit more, then sand it out. Alright, that looks like where I want it. Pretty flat. I make it a little concave in there just to make sure that it's on the edges that I want. I'm going to sand it down really fast. And then I'll polish the bottom and we'll be done. All right, I'm gonna put a couple more coats of shine juice on. I'm gonna let it dry. I may take a little bit of steel wool to it after a couple coats and then put a few more. And then when we come back, it'll be completely done. Well, here it is, my Bloodwood bowl. And it came out, I think, absolutely beautiful. I'm really proud of this one. It's gonna go right on my mantelpiece. I think it looks great. I end up going back and waxing it, and now it is smooth and it almost looks like glass. So I just want to appreciate everyone for watching and everyone for subscribing. I got more videos coming, more great ideas. Keep watching. If you haven't subscribed, please check out my page and subscribe to my channel. Like I said, there's a lot more to come. If you happen to be in Vegas and you want something different that's not on the strip, check out Dude Where's My Hot Dog. Go to dudewhere'smyhotdog.com and it'll let you know where he's going to be on a day-to-day basis. If you're a hot dog lover, trust me, great hot dogs. You'll love them. Even if you're not a hot dog lover, like I said, I'm not even a big fan of hot dogs, and I think they're out of this world. So definitely check it out if you come to Vegas and you have a good shot of running into me. And then also, I just want to remind everyone, also I have a wood turning Facebook group that is growing in popularity. If you want to get with other wood turners and ask questions, show off your work, get ideas, it's a great group for that. It's Woodturners Journal. That's the group on Facebook. So look for it. Also on my page, my Facebook or on my YouTube page. There's also a link in the thing. You'll see a little F for Facebook, and it'll take you right to it, and you could join the group. And once again, I just want to appreciate everybody just for watching my videos in general and writing me. A lot of great comments from everybody, and I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.